Okay, so this is the pathway briefing assessment. In this particular case, I haven't got another person, but I would be briefing two people at the same time, as explained. And I will start and go through the process. And what I need you to do is basically repeat this for your own two learning pathways. Okay, Donna and what have we got here? Bert. Welcome to Baking Bliss, our company. As you know, you've been through part of the induction, and this is also part of the onboarding of you as our new bakers. In case you both, you both know, Donna, you're going to be a new baker in our Sydney store, and Bert, you're going to be a new baker in our remote WA location at mine site. So basically the idea here is I'm just going to take you through our learning pathway so that we can actually get you up to speed as quickly as possible and baking bread for us and our customers. So you both basically have the same learning outcomes for this program, and those three key things are explaining the science of bread making, demonstrating effective dough making, and baking premium bread. So that's spread out over 3 weeks in a session for each week. But once we go past there, you're actually both got different learning pathways. One, because Donna, you're actually here in our Sydney store and I'll be able to supervise the learning. And Bert, you're going to be in WA and we're going to do it remotely, so it's a very different way of learning. So in your particular case, Donna, it's going to involve one-on-one coaching sessions, hands-on demonstrations and ongoing practice in the actual store. Bert, you're going to do this via e-learning sessions with follow-up Zoom coaching with me and also some assessment via Zoom because we don't have any other representatives in WA. Okay, so just a couple of questions just to set up the learning pathway. So with you, Donna, how do you best learn? What's your best learning way?
I like to learn visually and a bit of a hands-on learner, by doing it.
Okay, great. And I know we've actually been through the interviews and everything, and I don't think there's any learning barriers. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. There are no barriers.
Okay, and your previous experience with making bread?
I'm a home baker.
Okay, and I know from our interview that you've actually won a couple of local awards.
Yes, I have won some awards for my baking. Again, a home baker, but just worked hard.
Great. And Bert, we've actually already done this because we had a meeting previously. I know that I just want to check though, I know that you're a learner via observation and reflection, which is great because that's basically the only way we can do it because you're in WA. The distance shouldn't be an issue, but you always have contact with me. And also, I know that in your particular case it's limited experience with baking, but you're a keen learner and you want to get involved as quickly as you can. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through the 3 sessions just really briefly. The first session, as I said, is bread science. So we'll be going through yeast science, gluten, ingredients and requirements, and temperature control. And that will be in the first week. Obviously, I'm going to be running the training for you, Donna, and your supervisor is actually the head baker at the Sydney store who you'll be practicing with.
Good.
Bert, in your particular case, it'll be an e-learning session with follow-up Zoom with me, and I'll be your supervisor since we don't have anyone, as I said before, representing. Those sessions are 40 minutes. Okay. Now, session 2, we're going to move into dough making, and we'll be looking at making effective dough, temperature control, the kneading process and rise times. Same for both of you, basically the same as the previous session. Donna, you'll be doing it in store. Bert, you'll be doing it via e-learning and Zoom coaching. That's a longer session, 2 hours, because we'll be proofing some bread in that process. I don't think there's anything else there. And session 3, which is in the 3rd week, will actually be baking bread. So in that particular case, we'll be looking at dough rise times, oven control, baking times, bread size and shape control. And same process for session 1 and 2. Donna in store, Bert, you'll be doing that via online. And that is a 1 hour session. How does that sound?
Sounds really good.
Terrific. Okay, so just a couple of other little details just so you're aware of it. We'll be covering all the safety, but there will be an induction into the safety in the bakery at a later date before we actually start the actual learning pathway. And this is part of your probationary period. It'll take us up to 3 months, and if everything goes well, we'll be hiring you full time. Let's see, as far as follow-up practice goes, Donna, for you, it will be baking in store with the assistance of the head baker, just following his procedures. And we also have some online help systems and online learning systems, which we'll be looking at later. Bert, that's basically the same for you, except for obviously no one is there, but I'll be assisting you at any point. You can contact me at any time, and you've also got the head baker's support line as well. And basically in closing the pathway, once we've been through those 3 sessions, we'll be looking at how you performed over those 3 weeks. You will be monitored by the head baker over the next 3 months, and that's the same for both you and Donna and Bert. And there'll be weekly reviews with me just on how you're progressing and anything else that we can support you with. So if that all sounds okay, I just need you to sign at the bottom of the learning pathway so that we've agreed to the terms. Thank you, Donna, and Bert, if you can sign that. Okay, and that's it, and we'll see you in that first week, and we'll start the program off.
Thank you.
Thank you.